What's going on, guys? My name is Josh Settlage. I am the BJJ strength coach, and today I'm going to teach you guys about the SSB, which stands for the safety squat bar. You guys have seen me doing some of my training sessions with this goofy barbell, and this is actually a really good specialty bar that you can use as a grappling athlete to help you get stronger, decrease the overall risk of injury, as well as help you win more matches and get injured less. And here's kind of the main reason why. If you're a grappling athlete, your shoulders get pretty banged up sometimes, and if you get caught in a Kimura, maybe some spazzy white belt throws a Kimura a little too hard on you, or maybe you're wrestling and you get stuck underneath someone's shot and you tweak your shoulder a little bit. It's not always the best idea when you get back to the gym to cram your shoulders and elbows underneath a straight bar. So the safety squat bar has these handles, which is actually great because it allows us to still load a bar on our back pretty heavy without necessarily having to further damage our shoulders and elbows by cramming them under a straight bar. Now, if Mr. Intern Eric cameraman comes to the side, you'll see that the SSB holds the weight slightly in front of the body. So when I get underneath here, you'll see that the weight sits slightly in front of where it would normally be compared to if I was using a straight bar. And because the weight is slightly in front of our body, the bar is really gonna try to round my upper back. Now, why is this important? Well, in grappling sports, you need to have strong posture. You need to have a nice, strong, upright position when you're in someone's closed guard. When you're in your wrestling stance, you cannot risk getting your head snapped down, getting your upper back rounded over. That is going to be the end of you. If your posture gets broken down, you're probably going to get swept, you're probably going to get your guard passed, and you're probably going to get taken down. So using this specialty bar, the SSB, we're actually able to further train our upper back and help it get stronger and more stable, as well as still loading up the lower body and our abs, strengthening muscles like our quads, our glutes, and our hamstrings. Now, there's two exercises that I like to do with the SSB. First one is gonna be the box squat. You guys probably could have already guessed that. I'm a huge fan of the box squat. And what you're gonna do is everything's gonna be essentially the same when it comes to doing the regular box squat. You'll unrack the bar nice and stable, let the bar kind of settle on your back. You'll take one step back, you'll take 2 steps back. Now here's the deal. These handles are right in front of you, and the way I like to do the SSB squat is to just gently cup the handles so that my elbows aren't in the way and so that the bar kind of stays stable on my back. What I'm not doing is I'm not pulling down or pushing the weight up. The more you play around with this, the more you're actually able to make it more advantageous for yourself. And maybe there's a time and place for that, but a lot of the times we want to use the bar in its most intended purpose, which is to really have the bar try to load up our upper back, trying to round our body forward. So if we compensate by moving the handles when things get tough, we may be missing out on some of those benefits. So all that being said, I like just to cup the handles here. I'm not even like death gripping or anything like that. I'm just gently resting my hands near the handles. You'll take your normal squat stance. Everything else about the box squat is going to be the same. My chest is up nice and tall. I'm bracing my core in all 360 degrees. Take my air, stuff it deep into my waistband, push my butt back, open up that taint as I drive my knees out. When I hit the box, I'm going to fully sit on the box, but I'm not going to rock way back. If you do this with this bar, be careful because it's going to fall off your back a little bit. So I'm keeping the same position, fully resting on the box. I'm going to spread the floor and drive my knees out as I stand up hard. So that's going to be the SSB box squat. One of my other favorite exercises is to actually use this for good mornings. I've talked about good mornings before, and I'm a huge fan of good mornings. And again, the SSB bar is great for good mornings because it allows us to get in a lot of loading on our upper back without cramming our elbows and shoulders underneath the straight bar. as well as taxing the upper back on the good morning. You think about, say you're wrestling. I'll come over here so you guys can see. Say you're wrestling and you shoot in for a single leg. We're in this position here. I'm looking into my opponent's ribs. If I have a weak upper back and they're able to stuff my head down, I'm probably not going to be able to finish that takedown position. But if I'm able to keep my upper back strong, as I come through, I can switch to a collar tie and elevate. I can circle and dump, whatever I want to do from there. And the good morning is a great exercise to help strengthen that position, especially with the SSB, because it's able to tax our upper back as well as build up our low back, our glutes, and our hamstrings. So I'll show you guys how to do the SSB good morning. You can do this with I don't want to say a narrow stance. You don't want your feet to be this close together, but your feet kind of just underneath your hips or maybe underneath your shoulders. You could do it with this stance, or if you're a sumo deadlifter like me, you could even take a wide stance and it'll have a great carryover to your sumo deadlift. But everything is gonna be exactly the same like if we were gonna squat with it, getting underneath the bar, feet underneath us, standing up nice and tall, bracing everything, full 360 degrees of pressure right here. One step back, 2 steps back, find my footing a little bit. Now, if Eric, you come from the side, that way they can see what's gonna happen is I'm gonna push my butt back like I'm gonna squat, but I'm not gonna squat. I'm gonna push my butt back and keep pushing my butt back with a soft bend in my knees till I feel a gentle stretch on my hamstrings. Once I'm at that point, then I have the clear to go ahead and come on up. So it'll look something like this. One thing to think about is to really think about driving your upper back up towards the ceiling, almost like someone's picking you up by the back of your collar. What we don't want to do is we don't want to look up and arch our neck and get in this weird goofy position. You'll notice that as I come up, my upper back is kind of throwing my back into the pad of this bar. And then last thing to look out for, we're not squatting the weight, so we're not doing this. There's a difference between a good morning and a really ugly squat. So last time. And that is how you use the SSB, aka the safety squat bar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you guys can also click the link below to sign up for my free 4-week strength program. Follow me on Instagram at Joshua Settlage and on TikTok at Joshua Settlage, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.